Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Espero que muy bien. Sean bienvenidos a The Witcher 3. Vamos a continuar con la investigación de lo que le ha sucedido a Priscilla. A ver, espérame, que no está la misión seleccionada. Vamos a... No, no es nada de esto, ¿verdad? ¿Cuál es? ¿Clases de serio? No. Pecadores carnales. Es esto, ¿verdad? Muy bien. Tenemos 3 pistas para seguir. Investigar el callejón donde fue atacada Priscilla, el lugar donde murió el carpintero o hablar con el recolector de cadáveres. Pues bueno, cualquiera de lo que hagamos, pues nos va a llevar al mismo lugar. Así que venga, vamos a proseguir. Es para acá. Bueno, muy bien. La verdad es que estoy bastante intrigado. O sea, por lo que acaba de pasar, es que no logro recordar. ¿Qué es esto? Sermón de un ciudadano preocupado. Recordad, buenas gentes, que un fuego no se puede tener una vez se prende, que consume todo lo que encuentra a su paso y que solo deja de arder una vez y lo convertido en ceniza. Los hombres no pueden huir de este elemento y si se inclinan ante él, si lo dejan entrar en su corazón, también se convertirán en cenizas. Buscad en vuestro corazón y vivid conforme a lo que dicta la iglesia antes de que pase el momento de hacer penitencia. Un ciudadano preocupado, tal vez puse güey. Ay no, la verdad que qué bien entonaron el fanatismo hacia la iglesia que ocurrían en estas épocas, hombre, en estas fechas. La verdad es que muchos dicen, ay, qué padre haber vivido en la Edad Media. No, amigo, no sabes de lo que hablas, la verdad. ¿Dónde es? Ajá, ya sé, esta es la...
Can't have one without the other.
Then I don't want
A la madre se bugueó este pedo. ¿Es aquí?
Anyone home?
Be gone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, listen.
¿Este es el recolector? Unas criaturas encantadoras.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better backing dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. Soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
A ver.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. They care about some dwarf.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. He
Sácala.
were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Uf, pues no, aquí no tenemos...
Fine, we've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Puede ser que aquí no vamos a encontrar ninguna información útil, ¿no?
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
O sea, ¿intentaron quemar este lugar también?
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Dragged something across the floor. Ones. More dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Sermón de un ciudadano preocupado. Otra vez esta carta. Tenemos que entrar aquí.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
A ver. Más manchas de sangre.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Furniture got a few stains behind. This looks like it was kicked.
Haber sido pateado.
Eyes, humanoid, completely rotten.
Ojos.
Eyes, humanoid, completely rotten.
Me lo llevo. Ok, algo más, para allá no llego. Vaya, vamos a ver lo del olor. Supongo que esto ya me va... Ay, no, porque agarré eso. Bueno, X.
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Nothing interesting.
¿Ya? ¿Nada? Uf, pues hay que irnos entonces. Bueno, pues gracias, ya me tengo que ir. O bueno, ya no hablamos nada con él.
Aye.
Ya sé exactamente lo que pasó. A ver.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
El vato atrás de la puerta.
The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Melitele.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap.
Bueno, en eso tiene razón,
And
la
sell
verdad.
they did. Till one sermon at the temple, and the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city.
Como que esto se va aclarando, ¿no?
Fine,
Parece ser que
we've
es alguien
talked enough.
que... O
Won't
sea,
learn anything else here. Take care.
o sea, ellos habían cometido, pues, un pecado, ¿no? Por así decir. Y el asesino... Pues parece como que sabe de medicina, entonces... Parece como que es alguien que está metido en asuntos de la iglesia esta, del fuego eterno también. Este es el callejón donde atacaron a Priscila.
A brazier. This time of year?
¿Y esto quién es?
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his
How am I to
heel.
know? Watch him,
Took a
see what he
step
does.
back.
What the fuck? ¿Por qué tengo enemigos aquí? ¿Por qué me están atacando? No entiendo. A ver, ya. Ya, último.
Think you'll get me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime?
Ah, muy
Me
bien.
and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
¿Qué sabes?
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
¿Qué le pasa a este
Recall
mundo?
any
Se lo está
names?
podrido.
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Bueno, ya, adiós.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Ah, podría hablar con ellos también y decirles como que, ah, ya sé lo que pasó. A ver. A ver, ¿qué me falta por examinar?
Human. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
¿Huyó por acá? ¿Cómo? Sermón de un ciudadano preocupado, hombre, puta madre, otra vez esto.
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
No mames.
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
¿En serio? Bueno, nos falta examinar
A
esto.
brazier. This time of year? I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Formaldehído. ¿Y es todo? A ver, ¿aquí qué hay? Parece que es todo. Hombre, siempre en estas cajas hay puras... O sea, puros vinos y cosas así. Y cervezas. Yo me los llevo porque se pueden vender. A ver, ¿podría hablar con ella? O sea, y decirle, ah, yo sé lo que pasó.
So, what is it?
Creo que sé lo que ocurrió aquí, sí. Esto no lo había visto.
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought back, her assailant retreated, and knocked over the brazier. Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something, started hollering. Guards showed up. Murderer didn't finish the job, didn't cover his tracks. Just collected himself and leapt over the wall. Trail ends there.
You divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints in the mud.
Do that practically every day in my profession. And practice makes perfect.
True enough. Just like I can tell right off if a punt'll pay or try to wriggle out of it.
That particular skill I could use myself.
Bueno, ya, adiós.
Take care now. And I got a murderer to catch.
Entonces... Ya nada más nos queda encontrar a Eustace, que es el recolector de cadáveres. A ver si él nos puede contar algo más sobre esto. Tipo sospechoso.
I wish you health.
No mames, este para allá. Tienes COVID o algo peor.
So, how you go with this?
A ver, hasta aquí en corto. No sé como que qué nos podría decir el recolector de cadáveres. No sé, algún detalle nos podría dar. Pero es aquí ya. Tipos sospechosos. Muchos tipos sospechosos por aquí.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim.
¿Otra víctima?
Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Bueno, dame chance nada más de hablar con...
You call this living, Witcher?
Es este hombre, ¿verdad?
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No eyes, no heart, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
Lo registró, pero bueno, vamos a...
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her.
No
on
mames,
account
más
of
vale que
her-
te calles o te reviento, eh.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
No mames, no quiero saber lo que ese idiota haría.
You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Piss off,
¿Le puedo pegar?
mutant.
¿Le puedo pegar? Bueno,
Talk. What did you find on him?
As you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin.
ojalá madre.
Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Por supuesto.
Oi, fucking hell, what was that for?
Yo lo mataría.
For everything.
Ahora tenemos que ir a registrar el nuevo cadáver.
I just told you.
Me hace aquí al lado. Podía haber empezado por ahí, la verdad, pero bueno.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
A ver.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Qué amable.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem pleased about my
Geralt y yo
previous
pensamos
visit.
igual.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Von Graz. A ver.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom.
A la verga, en serio.
Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. Von Graz told me all about you.
Ah, doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful, or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Elegiste el mal menor, no es fácil.
Choosing the lesser evil can be hard at times. Happen to know a thing or two about that.
In that respect, this work has its benefits. I couldn't possibly hurt anyone here if I tried.
Muy diferente a la versión de él. Me dijo que era un hijo puta y que torturaba mujeres, ¿no se acuerdan? Y no se comporta, o sea, no parece ser una persona que sí haga ese tipo de cosas. Puede que sea un psicópata, me está engañando.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
Con la siguiente
A
víctima.
message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Gods, he knows no bounds. To attack Lady Vegelbud, heiress of such a prominent family.
Tengo que llegar rápido,
Where
¿no?
is she? Tell me.
She resides in an estate beyond the city, north of Oxenford.
Gotta find her, now.
Vámonos. Vámonos rápido, tengo que encontrarla. Ve a la residencia de los Vegelbud. Carta de encontrar en el cadáver, sí, pues solamente es el nombre, ¿verdad? Es un ciudadano preocupado. ¿Esto qué era? Ahí está, Patricia Vegelbud, un ciudadano preocupado. Oh, ¿esta es la misma persona que escribe estas cartas? A ver, rápido, tenemos que encontrar uno para el teletransporte. ¿Dónde hay uno? Hasta acá. Hombre, no puede ser que no haya uno más cerca. A ver, venga rápido, que no se va a salir con la suya. Tenemos que encontrarlo antes de que encuentre a su siguiente víctima. Carrera, el derby. Ah, chinga. Venga, venga, venga. ¿Hasta dónde es? Ah, mira, aquí está. Residencia Vegelbud. Qué bueno que ya ha ido allá. ¿No es ahí donde se celebran las carreras de los caballos? Se me hace que sí. Puede que sí, entonces pues ya conozco a las personas estas, entonces. No mames, quítense a la verga. O sea, y tantos guardias que hay y nadie se ha dado cuenta. Déjame pasar.
What do you want?
Tengo que hablar con Patricia.
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Yes, good fellow? If it's work you seek.
Don't know that I'm all that good. Name's Geralt. Looking for Patricia Vegelbud. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
No he dicho que esté enferma. No hay tiempo para explicaciones.
No time to explain. Trust me, please.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Por favor, rápido, 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 rápido. No quiero que sea demasiado tarde.
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
¿Cómo que ha pasado?
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
No mames. Vamos, Geralt, corre, por favor.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está?
Giving me no choice.
¿Dónde ¿Dónde están las huellas? Hombre, has tapado ya.
There he is! Get him! Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
Pinches imbéciles, güey.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
Se habrá cansado de prostitutas y mendigos porque ha blasfemado contra el fuego eterno. Sí, es eso.
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state.
No, de hecho hasta te conviene que pues la desate de cómo está.
And let her be the last victim. Please.
Joder, güey.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Sermón del ciudadano, sí, ese ya me lo sé.
Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast.
¿Esto qué es?
Another empty formaldehyde bottle.
Bueno, pues... ¡Ja! Vámonos de aquí. Ya, tenemos que llegar a Dulce Nettie, en el local de Kate y la lisiada. Uf, esto se está complicando bastante. Venga, Geralt, vámonos. Porfa. En serio, pero qué imbéciles los que me detuvieron, hombre. Podríamos haber atrapado al asesino. ¿Dónde es? A 1000 metros. Sí, ¿cómo lo hace para llegar en corto? No parece que hayan asesinado a alguien, ¿sabes? O sea, todos súper tranquilos, todo normal, parece un día cualquiera. A ver. La siguiente víctima... Ah, es acá. Bueno, vámonos a la plaza del jerarca. Es de este lado, entonces. ¿En qué acabará esto? No tengo ni idea, no me acuerdo. Y al mismo tiempo me gusta que no me acuerde. Este tipo de cosas como de investigar asesinatos y cosas así está muy interesante. Me gustan mucho las series y juegos de este tipo. Venga, córrele, córrele, guerra.
Any needs, master?
A ver si llegamos ahora sí antes, a ver si lo podemos atrapar. Ahora sí. Quítate. A ver, a un lado, por favor. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Es aquí? No. ¿Dónde es? Aquí.
sweet Nettie. Where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
No, este es un cliente muy peligroso, no.
That is so pretty, but he can't keep his hands off himself.
Es más arriba. ¿Dónde?
No one will hear you, bitch.
Hombre, lo sabía.
You though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
Inténtalo, idiota.
Try it, you bastard. Mistake.
No mames, güey, eres un don nadie, eres un pendejo, güey. Eres un pendejo, acéptalo. Uf.
You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you. He asked if I did everything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me so hard I passed out.
Tranquila, todo pasa.
I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
Lo hemos logrado. Atizador, no, eso X. Hombre, hay bastante comida aquí. Vamos a llevárnoslo todo. ¿Qué más? Rastrillo, no, eso no. Bueno, ¿y ahora qué podemos hacer? Habla con Jaskier, libro sagrado sobre el fuego eterno. Bueno, parece que ahora tenemos que hablar con Jaskier y decirle que pues, hemos encontrado y asesinado al asesino. Vámonos ya de aquí, ahora sí. Ya tengo a fin de cuentas lo que quería. ¿Por dónde era? ¿Por dónde era? Ah, por aquí. Ok, vámonos ya, please. No me gustan estos lugares. Vámonos. Pecados carnales se llama. ¿Dónde sale? Por acá. Bueno, ya, vámonos a hablar con Jaskier ya para acabar con la misión. Lo bueno es que, pues bueno, ya se acabó. Ahora solamente nos queda pues darla por terminado y yo creo que podremos hacer otra más. Vamos a hacer, tal y como había dicho en el episodio pasado, que íbamos a hacer la de Zoltan. Y dependiendo que tan larga sea la de Zoltan, es si hacemos alguna otra más. Por ejemplo, podemos empezar con la de Roach, que es corta. Y dejar la de Tris para un episodio en concreto, porque es que esa sí es bastantito. Sí es bastante larga, la verdad. Vamos. Ay, estos viajecitos de andar corriendo de aquí a allá. Oh, me gustaría que hubiera muchísimos más. What?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. White Wolf, they call you?
You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for
Sobre
interrogation.
mi muerte, estúpido. Sobre mi cadáver. Por encima de mi cadáver.
Over my dead body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating. It'll just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
Por favor, los puedo matar. Esta gente solo merece estar así. Muerto. A tope contra el fuego eterno, Ya me están empezando a caer súper mal. No, a tope contra ellos ya no me voy a andar con mamadas con ellos, ya los voy a matar a todos los que pueda. Era este imbécil, era este pendejo. Nada, también tranqui. Porque el juego tiene una regla muy estúpida. Que si molestas guardias que no están, o sea, enojados contigo, o sea, que el propio juego no te pone contra ellos, son nivel 25.000 y te matan. Aquí está, ¿verdad? ¿Dónde es? Ah, por aquí. No te preocupes, Jaskier.
How's better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Ahí está.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday.
Ojalá.
For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Bueno, se ha acabado. Con ella no podemos
Yes,
hablar.
Geralt?
Encontrar al asesino. Vamos a terminar.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Nathaniel. Caught him red-handed at Kate's. He was just about to cut into his next victim. Innkeeper wanted to keep me out. Important customer, he said.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Sí, así como el 90% de
Why
los
is the
problemas
university
aquí
in
en este
Oxenford
mundo.
closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink.
I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept scalpel in hand than I ever was behind a lectern.
A ver.
Hubert told me about your past. Even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
Ah, ¿conoces una mujer llamada Shani?
Know another
Ojo con
surgeon
esta
from
pregunta.
Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Bueno, adiós.
Farewell.
Bueno, hemos acabado con el favor que le teníamos que hacer a Jaskier, que resultó muchísimo más interesante de lo que me imaginé, para que luego al final del juego nos apoye en la lucha final. Así que venga, vamos ahora a continuar con lo de nuestro amigo, este güey, se me va el nombre, el enano, ¿cómo se llama? Documentos falsos, no, no es esto, ¿eh? La verdad están las estrellas, ¿qué es esto? Una perla negra. Tirando el hilo. Colecciónalas todas. Completa la colección de cartas de Gwen. En aventuras previas, Geralt había adquirido una gran reputación como maestro del póker de dados del Gwen. Incluso en aquella solo tenía los mejores jugadores de la zona. No, eso se me hace que no es. Ojo por ojo. Honor entre ladrones. Tirando el hilo, ¿esta cuál es? de los restos, barrio más famoso y peligroso. El brujo aceptó un contrato que acaba con un monstruo. No, ojo por ojo está lo de Roach. O no, casa encantada. Un juego peligroso. Aquí están, es esta, la de Sultan. Se me había olvidado el nombre. Consigue las cartas de Fringilla Vigo. 400. A ver si puedo viajar rápido o tengo que ir a pie. Bueno, pues es que es lo mismo, ¿sabes? ¿Cómo no hay ni uno por aquí? ¿Qué idiotez? Tiene que haber uno a huevo. De hecho, ahora que me acuerdo, hay uno aquí. Ahí hay uno, te lo juro. Si no, pues bueno, ni modo, nos va a tocar caminar bastante. Pero bueno. Acabando con lo de Sultan, pues vamos a continuar con lo de Roach. Eso también, eso fíjate que es sencillo, o sea, eso sí no está muy largo. Solamente tenemos que ayudarle con cierto encargo y ya. A ver, ojito. ¿Qué es esto?
Greetings! You here for a specific reason?
Rosa?
Got a meeting with Rosa, a fencing lesson.
Ah, ya me acordé. No.
Rivia, yes? Miss Rosa stepped out for a walk. Near Temple Bridge, she said. She asked that you join her.
Guess it's gonna be an interesting lesson. Thanks.
No. Lo siento, pero no.
So, what's it gonna be?
Mira, ahí está. ¿Ves? ¿Qué te dije? Se acaba de... Aquí está. ¿De San Gregoriano o qué? Cuéntenos, San Gregorio. Venga, vamos aquí a la puerta del jerarca. Aquí es, consigue las cartas. Es que eso de las clases de esgrima es una misión, pues está chida, pero... No, o sea, no ganamos nada a fin de cuentas. La hacemos después, ya que ande haciendo misiones, contratos, misiones secundarias irrelevantes.
My wife's mum's an old
What do you see?
Hey, pretty boy.
Está aquí.
I miss a woman's touch.
What?
Locked. But looks like Zed's inside, and in hot water. Gotta find another way in.
Por acá.
What say we up over to a brothel, is it?
So, still looking to quit, find another job? Probably not.
Como quiera, me gustaba bastante la arquitectura de antes, o sea, no sé, está súper padre. Por aquí, ¿verdad? Oh, lo mataron.
Must be Zed.
No mames, ¿y ahora qué? Aquí que habrá puros vinos. Nah, un libro nada más.
Find it?
No.
Duke will be peeved we didn't get Zed to spill where he keeps the ledger.
I tried, didn't I?
Might have pressed him too hard. Shit. Well, at least we got the Isengrim card.
Ah, tienen una.
Come on, Ringo. Time to shine. Get him!
Ah, nunca se paró.
They were looking for something.
Bueno, me das la carta, carne frita, me la llevo, me la llevo.
Isengrim foil Tiana from
They were
looking
for
something. Wonder how much this
Measure
might be worth snooping around for.
Tengo que encontrar un libro. ¿Aquí? Tal vez. Sí.
Must be the names of people Zed sold cards to.
Ravik, Bilsen. Bueno, ya tenemos.
Zoltan ought to have a look at this.
Dale la carta del libro de seda a Zoltan. ¿Será que eso es todo? Tengo que conseguirlas todas. No, yo medio me acuerdo que tengo que conseguirlas todas yo. Me daba la impresión. Ah, mira, aquí está.
Zoltan?
Get out.
Sobre las cartas.
About those cards.
You got them?
Got the Isengrim card.
Show it here. Ha! They say hells are beautiful. Zed give you much trouble?
Zed's dead. I ran into his murderers.
Won't cry over spilt Zed. What about the other cards?
El asunto se está poniendo peligroso. No las he encontrado.
Didn't find the other cards.
Fuck. Bugger must have sold them.
Listen, got Zed's ledger.
Show me. Entries show him selling the cards to Caesar Bilson and Ravi. Could have been worse. We need to pay him a visit.
Who's Caesar Bilson?
Cleaver's clerk. A decent fella once, but so high and mighty now you can't drink with him, let alone go fishing.
Fishing?
We met at the Anglers Club, the pride of the Pontar. But Caesar don't show around there no more. So caught up in his new role, he almost never leaves his house.
At least we won't have to run around town looking for him.
¿Y Ravi?
Ravi? Who's he?
A common card sharp and a swindler. Boggles my mind where he got the coin for the Natalis card. Ever since I gave him a smacking, things between us have been frosty. So you'll have to see him alone.
Por supuesto.
Zoltan, seems awful important to you. I'll try to get you those cards.
Thanks, Geralt. We can see Caesar together. Meet me outside his townhouse. Gaudiest eyesore on Hierarch Square. He had the facade painted gold. And if you want to see Ravi first, I'd look for him at the Golden Sturgeon if I were you.
All right. See you later.
Siempre y cuando que por favor conseguirla no requiera jugar.
Beat him about the ears a bit. He'll cave. Well, good luck to you, Geralt.
Bueno, vamos primero por Ravi, ¿no? A ver.
Bandit!
Porque la otra es más
Something
cerca.
stinks. Decomposing flesh. Human flesh.
What the fuck?
I know. Been at a burning. My pappy took me.
Sword wound. Shallow, but severed his artery. What are you holding? A key. Interesting. Kept running till he bled to death.
¿Qué es esto? Festín de cuervos. Creo que esto nunca lo había visto.
Clear trail. Bled heavily.
What village are you from?
Willows. It's into my area too.
Despertó mi curiosidad esto.
Hey, mate. Someone invite you here?
No. Followed a trail of human blood.
So you found our pal Derek? Well, well, must have a good eye. After our little, well, falling out, I spent half a day looking for him. And all I got out of it was a stroll and some dog shit on my shoes. Soiled me fine as pool lanes. Snake skin. Take a gander.
What are you gabbing for? Cleaver said it clear. Anyone finds our den, shove him between the ribs and drop him in the gutter.
Think, Grun. Just once use your fucking melon. If the witch has found the body, he's found the key too. Can't open the drop box without the key. We don't open the drop box, Cleaver don't get what he ordered. Cleaver don't get what he ordered, he gets angry.
Ya no dijo
You
todo.
want that? Didn't think so. So, hark here, mate. You've got two options. First, give us the key. I pay you for your trouble and everyone goes their own way smiling. Second, make a fuss. We do what Gran.
Me encanta joder a Sakabuche, no me cae nada bien. Por mí puede morir. No me gusta que me amenacen.
Two things only the greatest fools do. Throw stones at hornets' nests and threaten a witcher.
Hola, verga. Venga, venga. ¡Oh!
Too late to surrender.
Que enfrentarme contra tres en un espacio tan reducido. Ya. A ver si puedo encontrar la caja esa. A ver, ¿qué hay? ¿Dónde estará la caja? Ah, era, aquí está. Coronas, botas de guardia y florines. Vamos a llevarnos las botas, puede que sirvan. Obviamente esto traerá consecuencias, pero no me importa. Sacabuche no me cae nada bien. Vámonos ya. Ah, mira, por aquí. Bueno, ahora sí, vamos a continuar con la misión de Zoltan. Yo creo que vamos a acabar esta misión. Y ahora sí lo dejamos. ¿Dónde es? Ah, por acá. Para no alargarnos mucho, yo creo.
So, how you go with this thing?
Venga, venga, venga. ¿Es aquí?
Ah, you're here. How'd you make out with Ravi?
Ah, no he ido.
Haven't been to the Sturgeon yet.
Fine, fine. Ravi's not going anywhere. Let's clean out Caesar Bilzen first. We'll do this. I'll chat him up while you sneak upstairs and search his cabinet of curiosities. It certainly keeps the cat there.
Ah, muy bien.
So what's in this cabinet?
Ah, no man knows. You'll be the first to see it. I suspect it's either to do with buggery or metallurgy. But you can tell me once we're done. Let's go.
Venga, ándale.
Shivi!
Caesar Bilzen. I remember our quarrel about who's king of the Pontar.
The Pike's king of the Pontar.
Well, see, I've come to convince you it's the catfish, and I do not come empty-handed.
Who's he?
Oh, him! Oh, that's Geralt.
Does Geralt fish?
No, no pesco, la verdad.
Not really. Mainly hunt.
Good, that. One lion angler at the table's enough. Come on in.
So what, Fitzhanders or eager biters, if they taste like shite and soapy water?
That's 'cause you're about as good a cook as a goat's arse is a clarinet. Just recently, I took some fresh thyme.
And it tasted like thyme-flavoured shite.
Shut it. So, recently, I took this thyme.
Geralt? Care to chime in?
Lucio
How's Xander taste to you?
Ah, mierda. Pues a mí me gustan. Recién no significa nada.
Like shit.
All right. Grab your rods. We're off to the Pontar. Can't let this drivel stand. Not in my own home.
Wilson, did you hear Vibo Batilda last cast a pea and caught a young pike?
Ah, cocksuckers lying like always. Pontar Pike aren't so dim-witted to go after his rotten peas. You need live bait. Or night crawlers, though the pike aren't as eager. Don't know why. Once, dug up a crawly so fat and lovely I started drooling. Would have eaten it myself.
I'm not so sure. Geralt, what do you and your pals use up at Kaer Morhen?
Cebo vivo.
Live bait.
You see, Chibi, he'll make a good angler yet. In some 50, 60 years.
We'll wait and see. Geralt, go fetch us another bottle.
Vale.
Right. Can see the bottom of this one.
Bueno, ahora tengo que hacer lo mío, ¿no? Robarle.
So, When are we gonna go noodling for catfish?
Por supuesto que lo que sea sumo, este tipo de cosas me lo llevo.
You forget what happened last time.
No, para allá no.
What about last time? Shouldn't he have yanked so hard? You wouldn't have fallen in.
Ya, vamos para arriba.
Was the dwarves who popped Snow White?
La masacre de Sintra. Bro, más de los gnomos.
Knife looks like it's attached to the tabletop. Drawer is open.
Volverlo a dejar como estaba, ¿no? Bueno. Garra. No sé ni para qué la agarré. ¿Dónde era? Aquí.
Triangular hole in the wall. Interesting. Fits perfectly. Secret door behind a bookcase. Classic.
Súper típico. Para acá arriba. Aquí no me acuerdo que este hombre tiene una muy buena colección. Todo me lo veo.
Statuette of a man. Wasn't carved but produced using magic. Ought to ask Triss about it.
Todo me lo voy a robar, obviamente.
Here's Fringilla set from which Emperor Mir ate during his coronation ceremony.
¿Esto qué es?
Rope with which Stefan Skellen was hanged.
¿Stefan Skellen? Espada ornamentada, me la llevo.
A Sera Varanahid's necklace. Wonder if it's the real thing. Joachim de Ved's skull. Pretty grim curiosity.
Ida?
Full armor of the 7th Dareland Brigade. Excellent condition.
Agarró una muñeca, puta madre. ¿Y esto?
Portrait of Emperor Emir, tempera on wood. Pretty flattering, I'd say.
Bueno, pues ya no hay nada más, ¿verdad? Sí, no, vamos para abajo. Hombre, le he robado todo. Nos va a odiar, güey. Pero bueno. Ya fuera de ir.
Sultan, time we were on our way.
I suppose so. It's growing late.
Wait now. Leaving already? Where's that bottle you went to fetch?
Greetings, Belzen. With a message for you from the boss.
Message? What kind of message?
Mr. Cleaver's very unhappy.
Now, just a minute. If any discrepancies have cropped up in the books, I can explain everything.
Too late. Grab him! And you two, get lost.
Dejadlo en paz.
Leave him alone.
Cleaver will pay extra for killing the Witcher. Well, up to it, lads. Haven't you got all day?
¿Son solo estos dos? Hombre, están de volada. No, Geralt, saca por favor la espada. Ya, se acabó.
Nice razors. Thanks. How will I ever explain this to Cleaver?
I'd recommend a letter.
Right. Got a pack.
Good luck then. Farewell.
Ya no va a tener dinero para mudarse. Le he robado todo, Dios.
You've a soft heart after all, Geralt. Oh, by the by, splendid job with that last one. Blood splatter nearly hit the ceiling.
He visto el gabinete de César.
Looked through Caesar's cabinet upstairs.
And?
No wonder he wasn't eager to show it off. Nilfgaardian armor, a portrait of Emir, Joachim de Ved's skull, Vatier de Rideau's dagger, the rope they hanged Skellen with.
Oh, shite. Disgusting fellow. To think I shook hands with him. But did you happen to take the rope? I know a few would pay a tidy sum for it. Some go in for that sort of thing.
No.
If you say so.
Also found a figurine. Nilfgaardian soldier. Magic spell on it of some sort, but I can't tell what kind.
Triss ought to know.
Good idea. Take it by her house when I get a chance.
Y la carta.
Natalis card. Only one missing now. High time we saw Ravi.
Go. I should contact the buyer. Agree on a place to make the transaction. See you, Geralt.
Bueno, ven que les dije, súper rápido.
The thinking customer
¿Es
will
esto?
see
Ah, el segundo ciudadano preocupado. Nah, esto ya da igual. Vámonos. Está bien, 100 metritos, se quiere volada. Ah, espérate. Vamos a cambiar algo de dinero.
How can I be of service?
Hay que cambiar dinero.
Got some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
You've come to the right place. A better rate you'll not find anywhere in the city.
¿Cuánto me dio? 600, hombre, me estoy haciendo rico. Excelente. Poco a poco ya vamos teniendo un chingazamadral de dinero. Fácil, ya, yo digo que ahorita ya tengo unos 3000. A ver, ¿dónde está? ¿Es abajo? Sí, es abajo.
How about that? It's the flea-ridden mutant. Join us, please. Ravi loves company. Look how happy he is to see us. You happy, Ravi?
Sure, he'd be happier if you stopped digging the point of that dagger in his back.
Oh, you're just saying that because you don't know the situation. Our mutual friend Ravi was just about to play for his life, and...
Oh, you got the card. What else do you want?
If you'd just given it up instead of trying to cheat us, we'd be out of your hair already. As it is, that's all your fingers broken. So, it seems the Witcher will have to play for you. Sound good?
¿Y si los mato?
See? Ravi's on board. What do you say we add some spice to the game?
No, los voy a matar
Raise
ella.
the stakes. Ravi's life and the
Mucho más rápido, efectivo y menos aburrido.
Fancy that?
I got no use for Ravi.
This Witcher's no fun.
Ja, venga.
You're carrion!
Ah, lo mataron.
Take him from the back!
No, hombre, no subas, no seas joto. Ven para acá.
Hey, Whitey. Why'd your hair go white?
Ay, no. Agarré una espada que no quería, ahorita la tiro. Pues tenemos muslo de pollo y... Aquí está. Jonah Charles. A ver, de hecho voy a tirar... Es que vale 200. Espada, ¿esta es la que agarré? Espada de la brigada. ¿Qué es esto? Espada. Con esto estaba atacando. Qué mamada. Es montante de novigrado. Ahí la dejo. Sí, es de acero, ¿verdad? Sí, de acero. Menos 7 de daño. Y esta hace espada de la brigada. Ok. Esto hace más 21, pero no me gustan las hachas. Ah, está bien. Yo creo que ya por el momento con esto. Ah, no, espérate. Yo creo que también había agarrado algo, ¿verdad? De aquí. Unas botas. Mira, está bien. Ponlas ahí. ¿Y esos pantalones? Más 16. Excelente. Cada vez me veo más ridículo. Vamos a ponerle ahí algo. Intensidad de la señal de Igni. De la de Art. Esto. Ah, mira. Vamos a poner la de Igni aquí. De Axia. ¿Qué más tenemos? Art. Igni otra vez. O Cuente. Listo. Ya, vámonos. Ya nomás regresamos con Zoltan, le damos la carta y fin de la historia.
Hey, Whitey.
Vámonos. Me gustaría encontrar a alguien a quien venderle todo el desmadre que ya tengo en cuestión de armaduras y eso, porque tengo muchas que traigo ahí y no me sirven ni me ocupan espacio. Lo malo es que no sé a quién vendérselas, solamente se las puedes vender a los que venden también armaduras y todo eso. Y De aquí no hay, a menos que hablemos con este... Bueno, que hagamos la misión del Hattori. Pero ese pues es que es nivel 24 como requisito. O sea, no puedo hacerlo todavía. Aquí están las cartas.
Zoltan?
Geralt.
Ya.
Got the card, Zoltan.
Ha! Seems we'll make it before the king of beggars buggers can get me. Come on. I arranged to meet the buyer at an old brewery. He'll be delighted to see we've got all the cards.
Oh, bueno. Todavía no se ha acabado. Yo pensé que ya. Pero bueno, este ya es lo último nada más. A ver si todo sale bien o vamos a tener que matar a unos cuantos más. Porque conociendo cómo son las cosas aquí en este juego.
Exchange. We should do it right quick.
Afraid your client might change his mind?
Oh, I'm more likely to. Had so many buyers for these cards, I felt like the belle of the ball.
So the buyer, who is he?
A friend of a friend. Don't know much of...
Vamos. ¿Lo mataron?
Ah, at last. I fear the body's gone cold.
What is this?
Your would-be buyer handed us his coin and departed. More or less in that order. Now, the cards, please. I trust obtaining them wasn't too troublesome?
Try it and find out.
You wish me to try? I'm not as foolish as Earl. You ought to know that by now. Get to work, boys. The dwarf I wish to have alive. I must have a chat with him.
Doing it.
Geralt, bastards getting away with my coin. Damn it, with our coin. Chase the horse in. I'll tend to the others.
¿En serio? Pues lo estoy intentando. Ahí está. Sabía que no iba a salir las cosas como debían.
What? Can't understand a word.
Can't get away, Duke. Might as well stop.
Ahí va. ¡No huyas! Por aquí. ¿O no? Vamos, Geralt, cae, por favor, cae por el agujero. No, era para abajo. Me cago en... Persigue a Duke. Más. Más. ¡No! Venga, Geralt, por Dios. Venga, venga, venga. ¿Es aquí o más abajo? Más abajo. ¿Ya aquí? ¿Dónde está? A la madre. ¿Cuándo que lo encontramos muertos? Gracias a algunos sumergidos. Sumergidos de nivel 4, hombre. Ya los mato de un espadazo. Me encanta eso. ¿What? Aquí estás.
Leave me. Swiving drowners.
You could use a witcher.
Ha ha. Highly amusing. If I give you the coin, will you leave me be?
No.
No. Rather make sure this was our last meeting.
Hombre, lo hice porque pues hay no que se está intentando convertir en el nuevo bastardo hijo. No podemos permitir que vuelva a haber otra persona así.
You get him? You get the coin?
Yes.
And what about Duke? Finish him off?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's grand. Well, Geralt, what's your preference? Coin or cards? I'd never have managed without you, so you
El dinero,
choose.
las cartas no me interesan.
If you want gold, it's not a problem. I'll find another buyer for these cards in a flash.
O me quedaré las cartas. No, dame las cartas. Son
Kinda
cosas...
curious how the cards might serve me.
Excellent. I'll take the coin to the King of Beggars right away. Surprise the prick.
Good luck, Zoltan.
Thanks, Geralt. And remember, the catfish is the king of the pontar.
Sí, cierto, me dio más curiosidad, la verdad, de quedarme las cartas. Bueno, hemos acabado otra misión. ¿Qué más tengo? Fringilla, vamos a ver. Obviamente ahorita ya lo vamos a dejar, pero pues bueno, tengo curiosidad de leer las misiones. Tenemos... Yo creo que para la siguiente pues voy a hacer lo de esta, la de ojo por ojo, que es la de Roach. Y luego ya, las tortillas del soldado. Habla con Tris acerca de las tortillas. Sí, ya cuando terminamos la de Roach, ya vamos a empezar con lo de Tris. Pero bueno, todo eso lo vamos a ver en el siguiente episodio. Porque sí, ya ahorita estoy echando cuentas y ya llevamos más de 1 hora. Así que pues bueno, nada, espero hayan disfrutado del video y nos vemos en el próximo episodio. Chao, chao.